Hi everybody, this is Jamie the Board Game Man, and today I'm going to show you a party game that is so darn fun. I have two different versions of this game. The original came out in 1983, and then there was a sequel to it in 1992. It is called Left, Center, Right. Now the dice game, some of them come in a tube, or some come in this little tin. And I prefer the tin, honestly, because I've heard the tube is pretty light, and if you have it in your pocket after a while, it might crack and break. So here is the tin. This came out in 1983, believe it or not, a long time ago. And then they followed it up with the card game, Left, Center, Right. This came out in 1992. So today I'm going to show you how to play both versions. It's not very difficult. It's extremely easy. And I know you play with chips in these games, but not that I condone gambling or anything, but I think a great idea is to have all your friends bring three $1 bills. And if you play it that way, you'd be surprised, just playing with a few dollar bills, it gets crazy. So let's head on over to the gamers table, where I'm going to show you Left, Center, Right dice game and Left, Center, Right card game. Okay, everybody, here we are at the gamers table, and here we go with Left, Center, Right. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you the dice version and then the card version. So I'll go ahead and show you the dice version first. And I got my good old dice tray here just to help us out a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this out, and it's going to come with 3 dice, special dice, and then you have all these blue chips that are in here. And then here's the teeny weeny little instructions. And you can see that's how easy it is. That is actually the instructions. That is it. Not much to it. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you how to play this. We're going to go ahead and do a little 3-player just to kind of show you how it works. We'll do 3 chips for each player. So we'll do like so. We have 3 chips for this player, 3 chips for this player, and 3 chips for this player. Okay, I'll put the rest aside. And let me show you the dice. So you have 3 dice here, and you're going to have ones, they say right, left, a dot, and you'll have a star. Now there's other versions of this game. Some of them just have an L, R, and C. I've seen some of those, and instead of the star, they have a C on it. This one actually has left, right spelled out, and then a dot and a star. And I believe the dot is on all versions, I believe. But let me go ahead and show you how this works. So like I said, each player starts off with 3 chips, or like I said in the intro, if you do 3 $1 bills, I mean, that's kind of cool, especially if you got like 10 players. Because I think this is up to, what is it, 2 to 12, I think it is, or something? Let me see, what does it say on here? It says 3 or more players. So you can have as many players as you want. It's unlimited. The minimum they recommend is 3. So you can imagine, having 10 players, each person has 3 $1 bills, you got $30 you're playing with. That's pretty cool. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But anyway, so let me go ahead and show you what happens here. You're going to roll all 3 dice if you have at least 3 chips in your hand. So you're going to roll the dice. And let me show you what this is actually a very good roll, actually. So what's going to happen is, for each dot that you roll, you get to keep your chip. Okay, each one of these represents a chip, okay? So what you're going to do is 2 of these are dots. Those are what you really, really want to roll. If you roll a dot, that means you get to keep that chip. If you roll a star, then one of those chips, because like I said, each chip is represented by a die, goes into the middle, okay? So let's just call that's the pot over here, okay? It goes in the middle, and then your turn ends. And it goes clockwise, so we'll say this player is next. This player's going to roll 3 circles. That is the best roll you could do. You keep all 3 of your chips. They don't go anywhere, okay? Then I'll go over to this player over here. They're going to roll left, circle, circle. So 2 of these are going to stay there, and then you rolled a left. That means it goes to your player on your left, which in this case would be this player here. So this player would get 1 of your chips. Then this player will roll. This player goes left, circle, circle, so it would go towards this player here. We'll get this chip here, and you get to keep the other 2. Then this player would roll. This player rolls a left, circle, and star. So this player is going to give 1 to his left, which would be over here in this case. He's going to keep 1 of those chips, and then a star, this one goes into the middle, into the pot. Okay? And this player rolls. This player rolls a left, circle, and a star. So this one's going to go to his left. He's going to keep 1, and then 1 goes in the middle. So now you see he only has 1 left. So you'll see what happens on his turn. Now this player here is going to go right, circle, circle. He's going to keep 2 of them, and then this one's going to go back over to this player. Now, as you see, this player only has 2 chips in his hand, so therefore he only rolls 2 dice. Same if you have 1 chip left. If you have 1 chip left, you have 1 die that you roll. So he's going to roll 2 dice, because like I said, each die represents a chip. And here we go, left and a star. So in this case, it would go over here. And then the star, this would go into the pot. Now, you do notice that all of a sudden this player no longer has any chips. This player is not out of the game. Because what can happen is, if this player over here rolls a left, this player would get a chip again. Now, if his turn comes up and he doesn't have any chips, then he doesn't roll, but that does not mean that he is out of the game. Okay? So this player would roll, three dice, because he has 3 chips. He's going to roll all 3. And he has 1 that's left, and which would go over here. Circle stays, and 1 goes in here. Okay. This player has all 3, so he's going to roll all 3 die. He's going to roll star, star, and keep 1. So just like that, he goes 2 here, and he leaves 1. So this player will not play because he does not have any chips. So it goes over to this player. This player is going to roll 1 die because he has 1 chip. Ooh, he gets to keep it. That is the best roll you can do. This player over here is going to roll the dice. Right. So now this player has 2, and now he is the winner because he is the last one with any chips in his hand. So he would win the entire pot and win the game. Okay, and that's how left, center, right works with the dice, which is really, really cool. And you can see if you have 6, 7, 8, 10 players, what a blast this would be. So that is how that game works. It's very, very simple. Now let me go ahead and show you the card versions. We'll go ahead and give each player 3 chips. That does not change. And then you have these cards. Let me go ahead and bust them out here. Take them out here. There we go. Oh, they got the instructions. So the instructions are slightly bigger in the card version, but it is exactly the same. Nothing changes. And I believe you have 110 cards in here. I believe that's how much is in here. Okay. And here are the backs of the cards. So you can see right here, this is what the cards look like. And on the other side, you have left, and so on. So you have all these cards. I'll show you here. So you have right, and then you have the safe, which is called, there's the dot, it says safe on there. And then you have, let's see, and then center, this one has the C instead of the star. And of course you have the right that are in here as well. There's the right. And then you already saw the left here. So in this case, all you do is you're going to shuffle up the cards and so on. And then each player will draw 3 cards. So instead of having dice rolling around, you're just going to use the cards. So say this player is first, you're just going to draw 3 cards. And if you want to, you just show all 3 at the same time if you want. Or I think it'd be a little more suspenseful if you just kind of took 1 card at a time, like, oh. I mean, you could do that too. I think it'd be fun to do 1 card at a time. But it works the same exact way. You get a safe, you keep it. If you get the center, it goes into the pot. And if you have left and right, it goes so on. It's the same exact game except with cards. So it kind of depends how you want to do it. You know, it's, of course, you'd have to slide them from person to person if you have a big, long table full of people. You know, so maybe dice might be a little easier, but then again, maybe someone just wants to do the cards. You know, you never know. Or maybe you could implement them. I mean, maybe you could do half and half. Maybe, you know, some people want to do the card. Hey, you have your option of doing a card or the dice. I mean, you can always do that too. Kind of integrate them both together. You can always do that as well. So, but yeah, and there you go. So there you have it. It's left, center, right. Very, very easy game. Very, very fun game, especially if you have a bunch of people over. I mean, this can... I think it says 20 to 30 minutes, I believe. And but if you have a lot more players than that, it might even last even longer, but you never know. But man, it is a blast to play. So I hope you enjoyed the episode of Left, Center, Right. If you did, please click on that like button down below. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, that would be wonderful too. Just click on the red button. And if you want to be notified of any future episodes that I upload, just click on that notification bell next to subscribe. All right, well, thank you so very much. And until next time, happy gaming.